Hi, my name is Julian Morris. I'm the Managing Director of Blakemore Morris EPC. I'm sorry I'm not here personally to do the presentation. I'm in England with my grandchildren and my daughter and can't be back into Zambia until middle January. But I can assure you that we will, if you choose us as your debt collection people, give you the best service that you've possibly ever had. Very briefly, because on the video I don't have a lot of time, I'm just going to point out the core values and the benefits of using our company. We have 4 core values that we stick to, well in fact 5 core values that we stick to rigidly within our group. The first core value is to treat all debtors with respect and empathy, and not to use the traditional debt collectors' methods of intimidation and bullying. Traditionally, debt collections have a terrible bad name, and we don't want to follow that name. All that does is makes debt collectors very wealthy and gives you, the client, a very bad name. And that is one of our biggest core values, is to not to do that. We find by treating the debtor with empathy and respect and understanding, we can get them onto our side and they will willingly repay your debt. Our second core value is simply to maximize your recovery rate. Historically, and I think you would agree, at the moment you're lucky if you recover 10% of your principal debt. The rest of the money goes in legal fees, debt collection fees, and anything else that the debt collector decides he's going to charge. Historically, in the UK, our company is up to 65 to 75% recovery rate, because again, we use this empathetic way of going in to mentor and help and assist the clients. The third core value is to be transparent in all our dealings with your debtors and with you. One of the banks we have dealings with in Zambia told me that most of the time the debt collectors collect the money and keep it. And he really didn't know what was going on. Well, we have developed over the years a software package called Debtlight. And Debtlight we will use in Zambia. It is presently being adapted to the Zambian currency. But Debtlight is a totally open, transparent software package that you as the client have full access to. And it shows and logs every monetary transaction, every bit of correspondence and agreement that we've made with a particular debtor. And that debtor is linked to you, the client, through your branch managers. You will get monthly reports or weekly reports of how much we've collected, how much fees we've taken, and how much fees or how much money you are getting back. On the fee structure, we only take a maximum of 10%. It's a very simple structure. We do not charge, as other debt collector companies charge, massive fees for everything and anything. The fourth core value is to maintain and enhance your good name. And this is very important. Most of the debt collection business is done by big bully type people going and intimidating the debtor and forcing him to pay over money or repossessing his car or whatever. The only person that loses is you. Your name is mud in the debtor, and he spreads it to all his family and his friends, telling you what a swine of a company you were because you did this to him. We go in there representing you to help the debtor, to help him work out what his disposable income is and how much he can truly afford to repay you. And once we've accepted that figure, not a figure that we tell him, it's a figure that he tells us that he can afford, we then agree to a repayment plan and you get the money. Our belief is simple. It is better that you have a steady, confirmed flow of repayments which admittedly may be a bit smaller, than a promise of larger amounts and a quick repayment, whereas the promise is completely false. You must understand that when a debt collector, traditional intimidatingly, is sitting in somebody's house, that debtor will agree to anything just to get rid of the bailiff sitting in his house. So he will agree to repay 5 million kwacha or 10 million kwacha a month. He will give the debt collector the 10 million kwacha that he's rescued from his friends to help him out. And he will agree that he will pay every month 10 million kwacha. As soon as the debt collector leaves the house, the guy has his hands up in the air saying, "What have I done? I have no way of collecting another 10 million for next month." The traditional debt collector doesn't care, because he will just come back next month and collect another lot and do another lot of intimidation. We don't do that. We're not a company like that at all. Our fifth core value is to be professional at all times in all our work. We are a professional company. Blakemore Morris has been in existence for 37 years. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of companies and lots of private individuals ease them through their debt situation. And we intend to carry on. I'm moving into Zambia full time. I've married a Zambian and I have a small farm in Makeni. So I'm here in the Zambian and taking that as my country. As a company, we have the structure to give you your service. We have the staff. We have tracing staff in our tracing department. We have myself and fellow consultants in the recovery department. We have numerous account managers covering the whole of Zambia. These account managers look after the smaller debts, but they do so with the same understanding and empathy that I've taught them to do, and which is our core value. And then finally, we have the sales department. And again, unlike the traditional debt collector who will repossess a car, take it to an auction and sell it for a third of the price, and then keep it as a fee, we don't. We have, upon the debtor giving us permission to sell on his behalf, we have people within the company who are all experts to a certain degree, but all very knowledgeable in selling land, houses, cars, farm vehicles, or whatever, for the best price for the person. So just in conclusion, we at Blakemore Morris are serious, we're professional, we've spent an enormous amount of money in the software package, and we will equally spend a lot of money in training our staff, promoting our company, promoting your good name, and first and foremost in recovering up to 60 to 70% of your debts. I thank you for listening to me, and I wish you a very happy Christmas. Goodbye.